a bit easier for me. I want to make this sweet and short, hopefully. I'm doing this at a bit of a funny time of day. So if no one can interact, it is what it is. It is what it is. But I've had quite a lot of people commenting on my 30-day carnivore video, wanting to get a progress update postpartum after having my little one. So I thought I would do that very quickly as I could spare some time. Little one's asleep, but I think we'll need feeding soon. So I thought I'd give you guys an update. I'm currently 5 months postpartum, 5 months and a week exactly, actually. I've had to chop all my hair off because little man keeps pulling it any way he can. So yeah, I apologize that I haven't published any updates since new mum. It's kind of a tough gig. It's really full on. Of course, I have Mike, who has been an incredible father, who has been very present, very supportive, just incredible, for lack of a better word. So I thought I would let you guys know how I'm going. I was strict carnivore postpartum, I think, at around the 1 month mark. I wanted to start healing my body straight away, but carnivore was a very up and down journey because I was trying to exclusively breastfeed and my milk supply kept drying up. So the key with breastfeeding whilst on carnivore is, well, hydration, hydration and electrolytes, and just eating enough. Unfortunately, I wasn't eating enough. I wasn't drinking enough water. So that was just a domino effect of that, basically. So postpartum, I was up and down from carnivore to ketovore to having oatmeal every morning for breakfast to improve the prolactin, which increases breast milk supply, supposedly, right? So I gave that a go, but then I felt sluggish, I was gaining weight, all that crap. And fast forward to 5 months postpartum, I've been strictly ketovore for the last 2 months, I'd say roughly 1.5, 2 months, and I feel great. My skin is super clear. I love clear skin. I do get the occasional postpartum acne every now and then. It's an occasional breakout, but otherwise my skin is super glowing, which it never used to be. I feel amazing. The healing of my body is going great. My cesarean scar, it healed very quickly, actually. Being on ketovore, it was something I was very paranoid about. Obviously, you want to be superwoman, you want to heal real quick so you can handle this guy. But it was good and it was fast. So at the moment, a lot of people question weight postpartum, and pretty much the only thing I've heard is don't worry about that now. Just focus on eating well, drinking a lot of water, and the rest will fall into place. So I have been strict ketovore for, like I said, about 1.5 months. And it's been phenomenal. You know, I'm not exactly monitoring calories. I just want to make sure that I'm eating enough. I'm not breastfeeding anymore. Good morning, Official Vinate. Thanks for tuning in. This is going to be a very quick live stream. I'm doing this now because little man is asleep and it's convenient for me. So I'm sorry if it's not convenient for many other people. But I also tried to go strict carnivore immediately after giving birth to my little man because obviously I wanted to heal my body, but all I did was gain weight. I gained a lot of weight by going strictly carnivore again after giving birth, and it was very difficult. And it's not really advised to go strict carnivore immediately after giving birth. Everyone advised against it, but I kind of ignored that advice, honestly. But you know, I think with everyone on the 30-day carnivore video wanting updates of what I'm doing now, I'm strictly ketovore at the moment because I am still weaning on breast milk. Once I finish breastfeeding, I will go to carnivore again, strictly. It's something I'm looking forward to. It's something where the foods and the meals are far more easily managed, far more easily prepared, far more easily cooked. You know, at the moment on Ketovore, I've been having obviously lots of meat, chicken, steak, fish, loads of avocados, tons of eggs. I've been having a lot of eggs. Bacon, mushrooms, some pumpkin here and there, butter, fat, you name it, I'm eating it. Watermelon I have quite frequently for electrolytes and to abstain from the naughty sugars that I'm craving postpartum. So it's been an interesting ride. You know, at the moment, so after I gave birth, I had a lot of retention and a lot of swelling, right? So I was carrying a lot of fluid. So I would say I lost about 6 kilos in water retention alone after giving birth, and of course, having this guy cut out of me. So that was an immediate 6 kilos gone. And then since then, I've just been sustaining in 91, 90 on the ketovore diet. I get a really good 1.5 hour walk in every single morning with this guy, which has been wonderful. Not great for my joints, so the hormones aren't thanking me, unfortunately, but it's been really good for my mind. It's been really good for my body. And like I said, when you're eating well, your skin is just a game. You know, my nails are really good, really strong. You know, all of these things weren't the case when I wasn't on carnivore. When I was on the standard Western American diet, or just the standard Western diet, period, where you had your carbs and you had your vegetables and you had your salads and all the fruit and things like that, my nails were very brittle. And my sister, who's vegan, her nails are very brittle to the point where she has to have acrylics because she doesn't think she has nice nails. And I was like, I wonder why. I wonder why, mate. Get some nutrition into you. So at the moment on Ketovore, I have been, like I said, sustaining 91 kilos. I really wanted to eat to lose weight. And I tried that. I was going ham on the steak, ham on the fat, ham on the butter, but all I did was gain weight. Why? Because my body was healing itself, right? So, and the catch is that I'm currently 90, right? And I had put on weight after starting carnivore again to the tune of about 6 kilos. So at one point I was weighing 96 kilos. It's heavy, okay? It's heavy, right? And I felt it. I was slower, I was sluggish. It was like being strictly carnivore and putting weight on like that, it's not great. You know, if I'm able to budge the kilos straight away on the carnivore diet, then I would absolutely do that. But my body just won't. My body is too hormonal right now. There's a whole bunch of things going on in my body. And when I went strict carnivore, body didn't like it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I felt amazing, right? You know, skin was great, digestive, great, breathing, air, lungs, great. Everything was great when I was strictly carnivore. Always is, always was. But being this heavy and gaining more weight on the carnivore diet was just something I couldn't do because I was healing from a cesarean. I was already struggling, walking, moving, doing certain things. I was struggling picking him up. And he's just getting bigger, right? He's not slowing down. And, you know, I need to get lighter so that I can keep up with him when he starts crawling and when he starts walking and things like that. So at the moment, my update specifically is just to let you guys know that if you need to switch from carnivore to ketovore just temporarily, especially if you've had a baby, there's nothing wrong with it, right? And people will judge you 2 ways to Sunday, and they'll say, well, that's not strict carnivore. Yeah. Ketovore, it can get you by postpartum. It can get you by, right? It's still nourishing. You're still getting your fats, your really good fats. You're still getting all your meats. Like, I would say my diet currently is 85% meat and fat and butter and eggs, right? The other 15%, sometimes even the other 10%, is watermelon, it's mushrooms, it's avocado. What else? I have the occasional banana if this one's like running me ragged and I don't have anything else in the fridge. If I don't have time or if I haven't prepped anything, my fault. But, you know, there are things. Mushrooms, great. You know, mix it with cream, you're done, you're set, you're good. But there is a lot of stigma in the community where if you're not strict carnivore because you've had a baby and you kind of can't be strict carnivore, you know, your situation doesn't really allow for it. It's also very expensive at the moment. Eggs are through the roof, steak is through the roof, lamb is through the roof, fish, salmon is through the roof, right? So we have to live within our means, okay? If you can't be strict carnivore and you need to be ketovore for a little bit, I'm not going to judge you. I used to be that judgy type. Oh, you're not strict carnivore. I'm not going to give you the time of day. You need to do what works for you. I'm currently 5 months postpartum. I'm in a lot of pain all the time. So I'm on 85, 90% meat, fat, butter, just to try and get me by, just to try and heal my body. But I'm putting weight on at the same time and I'm struggling with it. I'm not gonna lie. You hear about all the success stories with carnivore and ketovore. You hear, oh, I lost weight overnight, yay me. When you've had a baby, when your body's trying to heal, it doesn't work that way for a lot of people, right? And it's something not a lot of people talk about because it's a struggle. And if you hear the word struggle in the same sentence as carnivore diet, it tends to scare people off because they only want to believe in the positive stuff. And don't get me wrong, carnivore is very positive, right? It did wonders for me. It enabled me to have him, right? I couldn't have a baby before I had him. I thought I was infertile. I thought there was something wrong with me. Carnivore helped me conceive. In fact, I think it's the only reason why I did, right? I live by carnivore. I wish I could be strictly carnivore right now, but I was gaining so much weight to the point where I was struggling to get out of bed, to the point where I was struggling to get up when I was on the couch, and I'm recovering from a scar and it's major abdominal surgery. It's tough, right? Not everyone can do strict carnivore postpartum. It does not work for some people, especially when your hormones are raging, okay? So don't be hard on yourself if it's not working. You can try different things as well. You can increase your fats, which I did. You can increase your butter, which I did, right? Don't have such lean meat, which I did. You know, I had a lot of fatty meat. I didn't stick so much to the lean meat because you need fat. You need fat to lose weight and all these things. But what carnivore does is it heals your body first, right? And that's why I started storing weight. And it just got too difficult for me. It got way too difficult, right? I even cut my hair off because this one kept pulling my hair, man. So I did what I had to do. I made the sacrifice, yeah? And I'm making a little bit of a sacrifice now by not being completely strict carnivore and being ketovore instead, because I was just gaining and gaining and gaining and gaining. I could feel it in my clothes, in my body. I was slower, right? It didn't have the effect on me that I was hoping it would postpartum, you know? And I've heard this from quite a few women. Postpartum, when you've just had a baby and you try and go strict carnivore, when you're breastfeeding as well, it's not possible for some. It's not. Regardless of what you think, if you think it's mind over matter, it's not possible, okay? Not for a lot of people. And I think a lot of women out there, a lot of people need to give ourselves a lot more grace and not be so hard on ourselves, because Shit happens. It is what it is. I'm not going to sit here and sulk just because carnivore isn't working for me postpartum at the moment. No. I'm trying to find a way around it, okay? And I am over the moon that my diet right now is like 85, 90% meat, right? It really is. Every meal, every single meal. I even got, check this out. My hubby did me the biggest favor and got me this butcher's knife. Isn't it pretty? It's gorgeous. Son of a bitch is sharp too. Probably is, honey. Hopefully he's still asleep. But you know what? Progress is progress. You know, my skin is glowing. Some people, they see me on the street and they're like, holy shit, I can't believe you just had a baby. You know, I'm chubbyish in my face, but my complexion is mint, you know, and I'm really glad that I kicked the postpartum acne in the butt there, because geez, it can be brutal, you know. And I wish that a lot of people could understand, you know, you should all have a kid. Then you'd understand. Oh, look what hubby got me as well. It's 2 little feet with Teddy's name on it and his date of birth and his little birthstone in it. It's cute. I love it. But yeah, he's got me a nice little sleep here. But yeah, I just wanted to do this live video very quickly. Hopefully make it sweet and short, just to give everyone an update. Like I said, there's been quite a few people asking me for an update on my 30-day carnivore progress video. And I've been very delayed in doing this update. One, because it's been one hell of a journey. It's been very challenging, and it hasn't really afforded me the time to just sit down and do a video. So, yeah, thank you to everyone who has tuned in. I hope you found it helpful. If you haven't found it helpful, that's okay. It's just an update from me. But I'm letting you know that I'm good. I'm healthy. I'm killing it doing, well, technically I'm both carnivore and ketovore. Technically I'm both. In fact, I would say I'm more carnivore than ketovore at the moment because, geez, I still have so much meat. But it's not, I've portioned it a lot more. So the meat that, so I was having like whole massive steaks like this postpartum, huge, huge, huge. And look, it was great for my body, but it wasn't great for my breast milk production, and it wasn't great for my weight gain. I gained a lot of weight on carnivore, and look, it was a whole bunch of things. It's hormones, it's water retention, it's starting breastfeeding, it's not breastfeeding enough, all this crap, right? It's a combination of things. And unfortunately, this is what postpartum is. It's a ride. It's a whirlwind of change. Body, mind, spirit, the whole enchilada, okay? Now, some people are going to be critical. Some people are going to say, oh my God, I've been through that. I get it, you know? But I honestly hope that people can keep an open mind. I hate carbs. Like, and it's actually great because when I went carnivore and now that I'm ketovore carnivore, I can't stand the taste of carbohydrates. Like oats, hate it. And I won't touch it with 39-foot pole. Okay, oats, the devil. I hate it. Vegetables, I don't like. I don't go near any vegetables unless it's pumpkin because it's the lowest carb. But I don't eat it unless I absolutely have to. Because like I said, I portioned my meals quite a lot. Simply because I do have to watch the weight gain. It's interesting because when I first started carnivore and I noticed so much change in my face and my complexion and my body in general, I noticed weight loss, but on the scale, I'd be the same, right? And this is pretty much what happens every time, right? And it's weird because when I started carnivore again, strictly postpartum, I noticed the weight gain on my body, and I noticed it on the scales as well. But I'm so looking forward to going strictly carnivore again. It's something I look forward to every day, and currently having my diet be already 85 to 90% meat per meal. I'm loving it, and I will never go back. I will never change that. Just like with my little one, I'm going to bring him up when he starts solids. There's so many mothers in my area who say, oh, I feed him every vegetable in the book, every fruit, you know, I give him all the purees, all the stuff. Ugh, it makes me gag. So when I bring him up and introduce him to solids, it'll be egg, and it'll be avocado, it'll be pureed steak, pureed fish, mostly pureed steak because it'll keep in the freezer for a lot longer. Pureed lamb, hell, I'll do it all, you know. I'll even mix the egg in with the lamb, mix the egg in with the steak, all that jazz. I'll put some extra fat, extra butter, a pinch of salt, all that, and yeah, he'll be good to go. Oh, you are so fast asleep. It's good. And that's, again, why I'm doing this video now, live, because it's helpful. But yeah, that's the update, guys. I'm doing really well on both carnivore and ketovore, technically. Yeah, it's been great. The hormones have been out of this world annoying and crazy, and sometimes I'll just break down crying because I look at him and I love him so much. So that's the mommy journey I'm on anyway. But I'll try and give you guys another update. At the moment, I weigh 90 kilos, exactly. So since starting Ketovore, I'm sure this is the part everyone wants to hear. Since starting Ketovore, actually, when I started strictly carnivore, I gained about 6 kilos, right? When I started Ketovore, I lost the 6 that I gained. Go figure, right? It's bizarre. It's crazy bizarre, but I'm guessing it has something to do with less caloric intake. Although some people say don't measure calories when you're carnivore. Whatever. I just notice the change when I eat what I eat. That's that simple. But I noticed it in my clothes and on the scales as well. So carnivore strictly, I gained weight and really couldn't handle it. I was struggling with the weight gain. I felt very heavy. Like I was 4 kilos away from 100. That's insane to me. That's insane that I put on 6 kilos when I went strictly carnivore. And look, it's stored weight. It's good weight. It's good fat. But it didn't work to my favor and I struggled. I was in a lot of pain with my feet. My feet were killing me. But that's hormones. It's not because of the strictly carnivore. It's just the added weight that gave my already aching feet more of a problem. Okay, so let me clear that up. And then again, like I said, with the Ketovore, I lost the 6 kilos I gained with strictly carnivore. So you have to do what works for you. You know, if I weighed what I did when I first got pregnant, I'd happily do strictly carnivore because if I gained 6 kilos then, it would be bearable and I would be fine with it. But when you're already 90 kilos and you gain 6 more, this is the biggest I've been. The most I've weighed in my life is probably 73 kilos, right? Postpartum, I weighed 96. That was the heaviest I'd been and it scared the shit out of me, right? I couldn't handle it. And then when I went to Ketovore, I lost the 6 kilos that I gained on carnivore, right? So now I'm back to 90. I can kind of live with that. I'm still the biggest that I've ever been in my life, but it comes with having a baby, right? It's one of the sacrifices you make, becoming a mother. And look, it's not something I complain about. I made this choice. I wanted to be a mum. I wanted to have my son. You know, it's the best thing that could have happened to me. And, you know, the carnivore journey is just another journey, right? It's just another journey that I'm trying to manage while on this one. right? It works great for some straight after having a baby and not so great for others, especially when you're trying to breastfeed. I'm repeating myself now, but I won't go on. But that is my update, guys. Okay, so if you don't like what you hear, sorry. Shit's too bad. It's too bad, I'm sorry. But this has been my experience, right? You're not going to hear every golden story under the sun. You know, going to carnivore from a standard Western diet was magic for me. Yeah, baby. But postpartum, it's different. Look, carnivore on postpartum, it's still great, right? But it just depends where you are on your mama journey as well, because it factors a great deal into that. You know, scientifically, you know, our hormone levels only reset and get back to normal 2 years after having our baby, right? So I got a long way to go on this journey, right? I've got a long way to go. So when I've chosen to do Ketovore, I haven't chosen to do it lightly. I've chosen it for a reason. And it's because I didn't want to put on any more weight. Regardless of what good weight it was a lot. And it was weighing me down, and it was too much. Especially healing from a cesarean, I didn't need any extra weight. I needed to lose it, right? And that's what I need to do at the moment. I need to lose weight, not gain it. And strictly carnivore just wasn't doing that for me. Ketovore, however, has been very beneficial in helping me lose the added weight. And then once I get back to the weight that I need to be, then I can go strictly carnivore again. And then I'm happy to add another 6 kilos of healing weight. I'm happy to do it. But right now, I just can't afford to do that. Are you awake, my sunshine? Oh, hi. Anyway, I have to leave it there, guys. But glad I can bring you this update. I'm so sorry it's delayed, but new mama, got priorities, got life to live. And, oh, puppy. But I'll try and do another update video and do it properly and with more progress. Okay? So remember, right now, I weigh 90 kilos. I'm Ketovore. My skin is perfect, right? Great complexion, strong nails, strong body. I feel great. And that's what matters. That's what matters to me. That's what should matter to you. Okay? Guys, take care of yourselves. Have a blast. Eat well. Focus on yourselves. Do you. That's all I can say. Okay? So until the next video, guys, please take care of yourselves. And I'll see you in the next one.